What would you do if, while making your client's hair, you suddenly felt a wet tongue lick your finger from inside their scalp? This is the story of Amara, a young hairstylist in a small Nigerian town. When Amara stepped off the dusty bus into the small town of Umuaka, she squinted at the blazing sun. Her yellow wig glowed under the afternoon heat, and her high heels sank slightly into the reddish earth. Behind her, she dragged a blue box filled with styling tools, old wigs, clothes, and 2 packs of colored attachments. Lagos had squeezed the life out of her. Umuaka felt like a fresh breath, quiet, distant, and oddly welcoming. "I will start again. Clean slate," she whispered. She rented a small single room behind Mama Ijoma's compound and began observing her new surroundings. The women wore fine wrappers and gold earrings, but their hair, either low cuts, dull wigs, or always wrapped in scarves, even the young girls. One day she asked her cheerful neighbor, Chinaza, "Nay, please don't be angry. Why don't women make hair here? Are there no salons?" Chinaza looked up from the basin of dirty clothes she was washing and gave her a long stare. "We are just managing like that," she said quietly. "You will understand soon." "Understand what?" But Chinaza didn't answer. She stood up, entered her room, and locked the door. That night, Amara lay awake on her foam mattress. The words echoed in her mind. What was there to understand? By morning, she made her decision. Hair had always been her thing. Before heartbreak and betrayal, before Lagos broke her spirit, she had fingers that could part like scissors and braid like magic. Maybe this was her second chance. She rented a small shop at the junction, repainted it sky blue, hung 2 mirrors, and arranged her products on a wooden shelf. She named the place Amara's Magic Touch. Let the sleigh begin. She smiled at her reflection, but something was off. People stared at her shop like it was a shrine. Kids avoided it. Old women whispered when they passed. On the 3rd day, she tried a different trick, displaying wigs outside, but the moment she brought out pink and gold attachments, 2 children screamed and ran. "She's bringing it back! She's bringing it!" one of them cried. "Bringing what back?" Amara muttered in confusion. Then an elderly woman, Mama Uzo, entered the shop. "Good morning, Mama. You want to make hair?" Amara smiled. Mama Uzo didn't smile back. She touched the chair lightly. "Warn you I must," she said. "Anne? Warn me?" Mama Uzo stared hard. "The last girl that opened a salon here. She braided hair and entered the spirit world. That girl didn't return. Her comb is still under that tree." Amara chuckled. "Mama, isn't it a village juju story you are telling me like so?" Mama Uzo's eyes narrowed. "The tongue is hungry. You'll awaken it." Then she turned and walked out. Amara stood frozen, Mama Uzo's words playing on repeat in her head, but she shook them off. "All these village superstitions," she muttered. "It's just ordinary hair I'm making, not a sacrifice to the gods." She dusted her combs, adjusted her mirror, and turned up the Bluetooth speaker to drown out the creeping fear as she worked. The first breakthrough came when she styled the local reverend's daughter's hair for her traditional wedding. The intricate zigzag all-back with heart shape had everyone gasping at the reception. Within days, women began lining up at her small shop with screenshots saved on their phones. They didn't care about the whispers anymore. "I heard she's using magic," some would murmur. "But the magic is making my hair fine very well," others would laugh. She introduced soft locks, feed-in cornrows, Ghana weaving, and even baby hairs with edge control magic no one had seen before. Soon, girls from Newi, Orlu, and even Auka were traveling down to Umuaka just to book her. By the 3rd month, she no longer needed to call out to customers. They came to her. That's when they started calling her shop Amara's Magic Touch. Not because it was painted on a signboard, but because every woman who left her chair said the same thing. That girl's hand is magic. 5 months later, Amara was a star in Umuaka. Her braids went viral on WhatsApp statuses. Ladies from nearby towns and cities came every weekend for wigs and styles. She even had an apprentice, Ada Obi, who helped wash hair. She moved into a nicer room, tiled floor, small fridge, even bought a second-hand Toyota Corolla. One Tuesday, as she cleaned her tools, a strange heat settled in the air. Then the woman arrived. Tall, slim, dressed in a flowing black gown. Her hair was so thick and shiny, it looked like polished charcoal. She wore black shades, even though clouds covered the sun. "Good afternoon," the woman said softly. "I want to do fishbone braid, like this." She showed Amara a photo on her phone. "No problem. Sit, let's begin." The moment she parted the hair, Amara paused. The scalp was too warm. She kept braiding, pretending not to notice. Then the woman said calmly, "Please be careful. You touched my tongue." Amara blinked. "Your... what?" "My tongue. It's sensitive." Amara forced a laugh. "That's a joke, right?" The woman didn't smile. Amara leaned forward, slowly parting the middle again. Nothing unusual. She continued braiding. That's when she felt it. A soft, warm stroke against her finger, like a tongue. Licking. She screamed and dropped the comb. When she turned back, the woman was gone. No door sound, no footsteps. Just silence. Then the lights in the salon flickered, twice, then blackout. Amara screamed and ran to the door, but it had vanished. So had the street, the sky, the sun. All that remained was blackness, endless blackness. Then came the voice, "You touched what should not be touched. Who is that? Show yourself. You must pass 5 tests, or remain with me." The floor cracked beneath her and she fell, straight into a room that looked like her salon. But older, dusty, haunted. There was one chair in the center. On it sat a severed head, hair tangled like forest vines. "Detangle it," the voice ordered, "but do not pull." Amara's fingers trembled. She picked up a comb and started slowly. Each time she combed, blood seeped from the scalp. "God, please," she whispered. Still, she worked gently, singing an old church song under her breath. Finally, the last knot loosened. The head smiled and vanished. A door opened on its own. In the next room, mirrors covered every wall. Each mirror showed a version of Amara. One was crying. Another had burnt hands. One was bald. One had gold and riches. One was laughing while braiding. The voice returned. "Choose the real you." Amara stared. Her heart beat fast. She stepped toward the laughing version and touched the mirror. It shattered. Correct. And then silence. Amara stood in a vast white space. No walls, no roof, just her and the sound of a single drip, like water from a leaking tap echoing endlessly. Drip, drip. Suddenly the woman in black appeared again, but this time she wasn't tall, she wasn't graceful. She was hunched over, hair dragging behind her like roots of an ancient tree, her fingers curled unnaturally. She raised her head. It was Amara's face, but older, twisted, hollow-eyed. "Style me," the creature whispered. Amara tried to run. Her legs wouldn't move. "Style me, or lose your gift forever." "I don't want to." Then suddenly a comb appeared in her hand, long, silver, engraved with names she didn't recognize. Chika, Ijeoma, Ngozi, Fola, Hawa, the names of dead forgotten stylists. She was shaking, but something inside her, somewhere deep, pushed her forward. She began to braid. Every lock of hair she touched moved on its own, wrapping, curling, resisting her hands like vines. The woman's head tilted back and a long tongue slithered from the scalp again. Slurp. It licked her finger, slowly, lovingly, possessively. "Stop," she cried. The voice whispered, "Accept it. Accept who you are." Amara froze. "Why me?" she asked, her voice cracking. The woman smiled. "Because your hands were blessed." Then suddenly, something clicked. This wasn't punishment. It was a passing of power. "I accept," Amara said softly. "And now, your gift is claimed." The woman turned. Then everything faded. Immediately, she woke up in her shop. The ring light was on. Music played softly. Adaobi stood by the window, looking confused. "Are you okay, Auntie? You fainted." Amara looked at her finger. The wetness still lingered. She said nothing. Months passed. Amara's salon became a legend. Women now whispered that her hands healed receding hairlines. Some claimed her wigs cured migraines. She never advertised, yet her bookings were full. One afternoon, a young stylist named Sarah moved into Umuwaka from Nsuka. She opened a small salon a few streets away, bright-eyed, full of passion, eager to succeed. One day she posted a flyer online, "Come experience real hands. Sarah's Styles is the new magic in town." Amara saw it, smiled. That night, Sarah's shop door creaked open by itself. Her ring light flickered, and far away in her own shop, Amara paused mid-braid. Her fingers froze in the middle of a cornrow. Not from surprise, from awareness. She felt it, a shift. She had come, the woman with the long, slithering tongue braided into her own hair. The one who appeared only when balance had to be restored, when a crown had been claimed. She was never seen, only felt. She had come to test the new stylist, as only one stylist could wear the crown at a time. The tests had been set and Sarah had failed. Amara resumed braiding, her touch now smoother than before. Lighter, almost glowing. Her reflection in the mirror smiled back, though her lips had not moved. From that day, her hands became faster, stronger. She could braid with speed and precision no one had ever seen. But sometimes, when a new stylist opens a shop nearby, they would disappear. And the tongue woman, she only appeared when a new challenger arrived. Because now Amara was the throne, and the tongue belonged to her. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, turn on post notification, and drop us a heart emoji in the comment section. Thanks for watching.